5, 4,
3,
2, 1.
It's mutiny, y'all. Yar! Welcome to Effin' Hangout. I am your host, a wild SJ. I done stole the ship, ladies and gentlemen. All right, y'all. It's gonna be a wild one. We are gonna just hang out for a while tonight. Captain RG3 is I done pushed him off the plank. No, he's busy. He's, I think, attending a family event. So you got me to deal with this fine evening. And I have a game. I've got a game to play, y'all. I'm gonna bring up, I already got a couple people in the green room hanging out, waiting. We've got the link to the StreamYard in the chat over there. And I also posted it on Twitter. That's what it's called, X. So if you are interested in streaming, if you've never been on camera before, I personally would like to invite you to come on up. Come on up in here and get your little toesies wet in the water and have a good time, because that's what this show is for. You know, I've been on tour with RG3 and Black Hexagon. We've been doing the Pulse Chain tour for the last, it feels like 8 months, I think. Something like that. And I get to hear, you know, it's crazy because I didn't really watch F and Hangout that often, because I went from learning what I did through Wales Only One and then diving right into Sci-Vive. So I did not consume a lot of other creator content in general. So getting to hear RG3 talk about the fact that himself, you know, Serena, Dollar Cost Crypto, Crypto Coffee, Hexologist, right? They kind of started this whole thing, and RG really wanted to have this platform for people to come into this space and start talking about Hex. And what a cool thing to have accomplished, right? Like, right. I'm for so many other content creators, right? And to be able to pave the way for others to come aboard this ship, me hearties, yo ho. So I have a really fun game that I want to play, because for those of you who may not know, a little bit about myself here, since I kind of just mentioned it a bit. If you've never seen me, never met me, don't know who the heck I am, I'm a wild SJ. And I came into this community I bought my first Hex in May of 2021. And like I said, I spent a lot of time listening to Wales Only One. That is because a friend of mine, Crypto Kool-Aid, who some of you may know, he onboarded me, and then he gave me a few names of people to listen to. And because I had just taken an options trading class, Wales Only One was speaking my language. And I was like, this dude makes sense. So I listened to him for 6 months. And then after understanding what a T-share was, I thought, well, shoot, who is this Richard dude? You know, who's this Richard guy? If I've already feel secure and confident enough in my investment, I love what I'm seeing here, I want to do more. Who is Richard? How can I really trust, you know, what I'm doing here? And that led me to Richard's book, one of the two he's written two, Sci-Vive. And Sci-Vive is a very long book. It's nearly 500 pages, and this will play into the game that I'm going to play for a couple minutes here. So keep that number in mind. 500, let's see. Oh, I can't find it on the thing right now. Anyways, it's about 500 pages. Well, I like audiobooks, and this whole 500 page kerfuffle didn't have one. It had one that was very robotic sounding. It was like a speech to text audiobook, and I couldn't listen to it. I really wanted something with feeling, and I felt, even just from reading the first pages of this book, I thought, you know, this really deserves something better. This should have a human narrated voice, right? And I thought, you know, if I'm going to read it anyways, and I'd never done anything like this, I thought, let me record myself. I might as well just record myself reading this book, because why not, right? Like, I think this was around the vid times, right? We were kind of locked down a bit, and I had been doing some acting, and acting had really slowed down. So I figured, you know, what better to do, so, you know, something with my time than to produce this audiobook. And at the time, not knowing anything really about the community or really who Richard was or how influential he was or how many people were into his sci-fi stuff at all. I just kind of jumped in head, jumped off that plank and got into it. So with that being said, sci-fi has been kind of I took Richard's baby and I kind of adopted it as my own because I loved it. I fell in love with it. I really enjoyed everything that I read. Didn't necessarily agree with every single thing, but I found a lot of value in it. So I decided to read it. So with all that being said, that's who I am. That's why I'm here. And I am now a part of the Pulse Chain Tour, which RG3 and Black Hexagon and I have kind of come together as this crew. And we're going around the United States doing that right now. Oh man, there's all the people in the chat I gotta say hi to. Oh, how do you do this, RG? Jeez, man. All right, here's my game. I want some of you, I want you all to pick a number between 1 and 479. There are 479 pages of sci-fi. Pick a number between 1 and 479, and I have a number in my head. So the eighth person I see who picks their number between 1 and 479, that's the page that I'm gonna read out of sci-fi. And then I'll be done with it, and then we'll bring up guests and we'll continue with your regular, not so regular effing hangout. So let's see. All right, let's see. All right. So numbers, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's crazy. So Naz Khan Kashmiri, you're the 8th. And pretty funny because D Bunny was the first one to comment and she also put 333. So we got 333 twice. And that's the page I'm going to read. All right. So let's go to Sci-Vive, page 333. And I'm just going to read this page. It's going to be totally out of context. But the coolest thing about Sci-Vive actually is that you really can do this. You can jump to any page and it's not like a novel, right? There's no character development. You just start to learn things. So cool. This works out perfectly. So this actually is great because page 333, the very beginning of it's a new paragraph. So it starts and the heading is signals. And then underneath that, the second heading is feeling important. So signals is a full little clip, and then feeling important, I'm only going to read the first 2 paragraphs of that, and then it continues on page 334. But if you want to listen to the rest of it or read the rest of it, you can find it at t.me/sci-vibe or on my personal channel, awildSJ on YouTube. So without further ado, your effing hangout version of sci-vibe begins. Signals. Much of what you... let's try that again. I took a long time to record sci-fi. It was not... It's like a 22-hour thing. It took me like triple that to record it. All right. Much of what makes you human primarily developed for others to observe rather than for you to experience. It was more for them and through their correct response and your bond to them than it was for you. Laughter, yelling when surprised, crying, all are signaling mechanisms built to tell those around you the truth faster and more honestly than you could consciously through speaking effort. This is why dogs raise their tails and wag them. They need a fast, thought-free method to communicate important information to their pack. What real advantages do we have as humans over all the other animals in the kingdom? Intelligence, communication, and tools. How good would the tools be without communication? Without someone being able to tell you or show you by example how to make or use one, you wouldn't get too far. Crying is a signaling mechanism that you genuinely need assistance. When someone scares you and you scream, that's intended for everyone else to come help you. Posture, eye contact, crying, yelling, body movement, all of these are signaling. All right, and then the second little part here, the heading is feeling important. And this is just the first couple sections of a continued, this goes on for like another, actually it goes on for like another page, but I'll just gonna read the first part. Feeling important. There are a lot of people on this green planet, and we all want to feel important. You want to feel important. Everyone wants to feel important. Why? Because it's a social world we live in. You most likely don't make your own food or didn't invent this language that you are reading in. You don't make your own clothes, you didn't pave the roads, and you didn't refine the gas that's going in the car. You need other people to survive. And if other people don't think you're important, if you're not significant, and if civilization starts to deteriorate or resources become very limited, you would get left out first. And nobody wants that for themselves. We're programmed to be meaningful among society. Another upside, if there is wisdom of the crowds, which by theory and study there is, how do you execute the wisdom of the crowds personally? You need to care about the crowd. And what does that mean? It means that you're not a psychopath without feeling, empathy, and caring about what other people think. This means that if you care about what other people think, then you must want to be respected by them. You want them to think you're important and look at the social group you're in and feel important and have significance. Now, do some people do this wrong? Yes. Some people try to get significance in a way that is more harmful than meaningful. Some people receive significance or respect at the end of a gun. Some people get it through gang membership, and some people get it through self harm or by harming others. End rant. All right. So, in case you missed it, that was a section of Sci-Vive. That was page 333 out of Richard Hart's book, Sci-Vive. And, you know, I think that it would do a lot of people a lot of good to read Sci-Vive. I mean, just reading that one little clip, it gives you such insight into the mind of Richard and who he is and what he's about. That's why I have never, not once ever, thought that he was either going to abandon us or rug pull or do any of those things. He wants, like, just like that part was talking about, right? He wants to be significant. He says it in the movie, in the highest of stakes. The highest of stakes, he goes into that. All right, scallywags, what's going on, man? It's so good to see everyone here. When I see Crypto Kool-Aid, look at this, Black Hexakin. This is a star-studded hangout right here. You got Nico, Bullish Ox, Corey Costas, Crispo, your crypto coins. I can do this, I promise. Woo, good thing I'm not going to be the only one up here. Hey, if you all want to jump in, I'm going to drop the link one more time. We got a couple people waiting in the back, and thank you for your patience, y'all. All right, we got Naz Khan. Corey's crypto coin says, I came here for the beautiful D-Bunny. Me too. She is lovely. All right, Melv Tony says, good evening, fellow Hexicans. We got Ben Dubard, Sandy Beach, Hex Glen. There's the link. I'm going to send it again. We got Fishing for Shares. What's up, man? I was looking through my pictures of doing things on the bus back in the day, and I saw you working on it. So shout out to Fishing for Shares. He helped me out with some electrical stuff back in the day. D'Artagnan 8 is up in here. Crypto Truth. Rove 4. Oh, snap. It's the Crypto Kool-Aid who I spoke of at the beginning. Wouldn't be here without that guy, man. For real. Him and Side Effects, who I'm hoping is up in here. Clintrons is here. Drix is here. Good to see you. What is up, Nico? Hello. Hex Futures, you gotta come back. Come back and hang out and tell us about bees. All right. That's right. D'Artagnan 8 says, hit the like if you'll be here for the 24-25 bull run. Yes, please. Yes, please. Sandy Beach says, hi, everybody. Hex Futures says, like. Ash says, let's go. Let's go. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, no. Oh, the captain has seen the mutiny. Oopsie. Oh, hope you're enjoying your time, Cap. Hope you're enjoying the night off. All right. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. Melv Tony says, I need to walk the plank. No, sir. I do not. I do not. All right. Oh, let's see. Gotta share it out, everybody. It is a mutiny indeed. Crypto Millionaires with Corey Geary. Hey man, great stream the other day. Hope you're loving the Puerto Rico. I'm gonna come out there and visit pretty soon. Smash the likes. Oh, we got a sloth slowly making his way into the chat. Hello, Crypto Sloth. Let's see. I love this. Yeah. D'Artagnan 8 says, I hope I'm saying that right. D'Artagnan. What other community gives you a platform to voice yourself? That's right. Only us. For real. You know, I looked up I can't even remember the name of the crypto now, but I stayed with a host who I walked through adding Pulse Chain to his MetaMask because he had been Satama. He had bought Satama. I think that's right. And I'd never heard of it before. So I decided to look it up. And it was just so crazy to me that like all the community was just like a couple dudes that ran the, like probably the founders or whatever, and every video I saw was just kind of them referencing back to themselves, and that was like the only channel, and you couldn't find anyone. We're so diverse and so inclusive and so full of awesome, like ugh. So yeah, again, if you want to come hang out and say hi, please do. Please do. I'm going to skip some of these because I can't keep up, y'all. Not this one, though. Kool-Aid is Bay. That's right. That is right. Melp Tony always putting in the work, getting those numbers for us. For sure. Tarnwig, what's up, man? This is the coolest thing, right? Is like seeing y'all's names for the last 2 years and getting to meet you in real life, one after another. I freaking love it. Please come to the Pulse Chain Tours. Hey, we got a super chat. D'Artagnan 8 says, my favorite part of your audiobook is the lottery turmoil part, where RH explains the horrors of winning the lottery. So, note that part when if in case you didn't know, and I don't mention this too often, but I not only narrated I narrated Sci-Vive twice. I've done the audiobook twice. The first time I read the PDF that's tagged in the Sci-Vive chat. The second time I took that PDF and I edited the whole thing because I was like, well, if I'm going to read it professionally, because I knew that I wanted it to be on Audible. So I took an audiobook reading class, and I've done editing and journalism in the past. Like that was part of my background. So I decided that I was going to reread it in a good enough form that it would be ready for Audible. And I was going to edit it. So should Richard actually want to publish it, it would be in a publishable, like ready to go form. It's still, and thanks to RH Max, it's still kind of in the works. It's basically in Richard's hands right now, which his hands are kind of tied with a lot of other things, right? So I want to make sure that it wasn't altered in any way that he wouldn't approve of. Really, none of it's changed, right? It's all still essentially his words. It's just formatted in such a way where it sounds less like he's just having a conversation with you and more like a book that is, intended for publication. So I think it's kind of at this last step right now where just the audiobook needs to get put through like his lawyers and like figured out like how that's going to work for him to get the royalties and everything. So the audiobook's done, it's ready to go. It's ready to go on Audible. It just, it's kind of like on the back burner for Richard. And then the actual physical book is also on the back burner. Like I just want him to be able to like look at it and be like, yes, this is good. And then I think he would have to run with it from there unless there's some way for us to figure out how to publish it with his like say so. Anyways, so and all of that to say that section in particular, I had to do a lot of digging and figuring out like who said what and if it was Richard's words or not. So that section is not Richard's words, and in the edited version there's footnotes and everything. He took that entire section out of a Reddit post, and I actually hit the person up on Reddit and I said, hey, is this your post? Like, are these your words? Because I'm working on this book and I want to make sure that I give credit where credit's due. And it's so funny because the person who wrote that part reached out back to me. He's like, it's funny because I get asked this often, but I've stopped answering people. But because you're doing this book, I'll let you know. No, it's not my work. I actually found it on a forum, and he gave me the name of the forum. So I dug even deeper and I found that it was like a prepper forum, basically. And so someone else had written this section about all the horrors of winning the lottery on this crazy prepper. Not that peppers are crazy. Not that preppers are crazy, but just this like way like deep down, dark down the rabbit hole forum. So thanks. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring our guests. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Are you going to put your cameras on? Do I just bring you up? Huh? Oh, there you are. Oh my God. Are you guys ready for this? I am so excited. Okay. First, I'm going to intro this lady because this this bitch, she's awesome. And I just can't, like, I'm so excited. I'm going to get to see her in the next few weeks, sometime between now and November 16th-ish. Because I'll be making the trek to Phoenix and she's on my way. And we met when I was in this really wretched place in life, and this lady took care of me like a bunny mama. So welcome, D Bunny. What is up, lady? It is good to see you. You look lovely.
Hi, SJ. Oh, Wildy Bunny has appeared. Hi.
Yeah, yes, she has.
I was like, was I the only one waiting backstage? I'm like, where's everybody?
No.
Okay.
There's one more. There's one more. This gentleman, this guy, he brings the fire. He's like hot like peppers, like spicy, caliente. I'm not even gonna try with the Spanish.
Caliente.
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, here he is. 1, 2. Oh, there's an ID in the house.
Hey. What's up, everyone?
What's up? Welcome. Let me share out the link one more time. Copy that and paste it in case anyone else wants to come join us. Yeah, and yeah, talk amongst yourselves. What do you want to say? What are you here for? I'm gonna just kind of
Happy Friday,
you guys as you guys chat here.
I just randomly appeared here, so
Yeah, you did.
I did.
It is. Yeah. No. There's no planning on Friday, so just any random conversation, whatever goes, whatever you guys want to talk, we talk.
Yeah, I got kids all over the place, so
There you go.
So I'm just here, like, yeah, they'll suddenly need something that I'll have to attend, and so yeah, that's what I do.
Good stuff. Oh my goodness, y'all. There's a wench. There's a wench awaiting. Speaking of spicy. Woo!
Yeah,
California home is in the house. My girl Bunny is here. I have to be here. ID, USJ. I say I'm gonna be a backup just in case no one shows up. This woman is get out of here, identity. This is the girls' day today.
I was trying. I have a place that I need to be, so I can.
I'm just kidding. Unless you feel like
a woman.
Entre las mujeres. Get your woman, get your feminine side out, okay?
Well, I had a problem with that,
yeah. Here's the funny thing. Earlier, Georgia was I was watching the stream where Georgia was translating and RG3 was on with Rolando, and Georgia was we were talking about the fact that I might have been. We were trying to figure out if I was going to host Effin tonight, and Georgia's like, "Well, I'll come on and we'll do it in Spanish." And pretty much we could right now because y'all, I believe, are all native Spanish speakers. So
that will be amazing. Imagine we'll take over. That will be great. But come on, I'm here.
We can take over.
ID, and I'm here for D Bunny. She's a badass guy. She's a pirate. She's like she's royalty with the Tang Gang. Are you kidding me? She is.
Go Tang Gang.
Careful. Be careful
like
because this woman is dangerous. She's the peligrosa of the Tang Gang. Watch out. I'm afraid of this woman.
They're going to believe it, Georgia.
No, they better. They don't know what they're dealing with. Yes.
True.
What's up? You're the angel. You're the princess of Hexico.
You're a sweetheart.
Princess.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
She's amazing. And you know what? SJ, you talk a lot about a lot of people, and they don't give you enough credit because you have been breaking your butt since the day that I met you, nonstop. And that's not easy. That is not easy. You too, identity. You know what I think about you. You know that you're one of the most talented guys that we have on the Latino community. And that's it. But this ladies right here, we're growing, and I think we need to support this beauty. Come on. I'm here every day. You see me every day, so you're used to me. Yeah, she's a sexy pirate for sure. She's sexier than RG3. That's definitely for sure.
I don't think RG3 ever back.
Go collect your pirate retirement, RG3. I think you're ready for retirement. Hang your hook and let the new pirates come and take over. We have nothing. We're just
worn like an eye patch or something.
I love it.
I know. Put something on. Come on, just put like a little something on
An iPad. She
on,
was like,
on
I'll have
covering
to
your eye.
cover my
Yes.
glasses.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
want
I
to feel
like
like a chola.
Oh, with your bandana. I just saw that.
Parece
Chola.
Hold on, I'm
Vatos
trying to do
Locos.
my finger.
¿Qué barrio?
West
Yeah, there
Side
you
in
go.
the house.
There you go.
Tupac
You're
in the
pissing
house.
someone off somewhere.
that's the only one I know.
I know, right? They're gonna come after
Yep.
us.
It
Your
is,
brother would be
by
like,
the way,
yeah,
guys,
no.
this is not red. This is pink. Okay, don't think in
Oh,
red, blues. No, this is pink. So
It's pink.
It looks red to me.
I want to address this comment from Matthew McConaughey's. Maybe dumpsters would quit dumping if they read it, and I believe he's referring to Sci-Vive, and I 100% agree. Again, that's that's why I've never wavered. I feel so fortunate that I took the path that I did in this crypto world, because not only did I happen to get into the most secure, caring, like, what is this word? Like just like we're a community that wants to build each other up and take care of each other and look out for one another for the most part. Don't get me wrong, there's
Yeah,
drama
Like
all
a
day long.
nurturing
But
community.
yeah,
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
don't answer ID. Don't answer. He has a different idea.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
everyone
we
is
have
very
everything. En
nurturing.
nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Go ID.
Amen.
En nombre del, I'm throwing holy water to everyone, guys. Don't worry. If you die after he talks, you know,
You're all
blessed.
safe
You're
now.
going to heaven.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Everybody
Too
going to
much,
heaven now.
Georgia.
I
Go
like
ahead,
that.
ID.
But so here's the
This
thing: is
space
like
has been blessed.
the Hex community,
That's true.
like, of all the crypto communities, of all the founders, of all the places to come into crypto, right? Like, I'm not saying that I'll never get scammed or rug pulled, but the chances are now slim to none, because I came into a community who taught me what to look for, who taught me what a scam is, who, Richard just called out all these different scams and, how these centralized exchanges, like what they really do and why you shouldn't trust them, right? Like, we've learned from the best. So
Mhm.
to not only come
And
into
you know
the
what?
Hex,
Well said.
Something very important before I forget, because I'm Dory from Nemo. Guys, Richard a couple of hours ago sent out a tweet telling everyone, if you want to fight for what is your right, for what you believe, for your what it's worth, what is yours, write those letters, those comments, and they're anonymous. So please do it. Identity, you probably know more than than me. I know
Yeah.
that I have to like hire some cheap GPT to write the
Yeah,
letters
we were
for
doing
me. And
videos
if
about
anyone,
that like 6 months ago because the closing period ended probably
no, it's
probably a
17.
month ago. Yeah, no, they opened
They're
it
still
again.
reading
They extended it.
17 days. We have
Yeah,
17 days to
correct. Because
write
they
to everyone.
reopened it. But
I
this
think people are
period
so
had closed
lazy.
maybe like 2 months ago. So it's good that they reopened it, and it's good that maybe all these months later, people are like finally catching up that this is coming for DeFi. That is what we were saying for the last 2 years since they approved the IIJA. The SEC has no, they call it technology bias, or they just don't have any preferences. So they were just going for the big fish first, and then they were coming for DeFi later because they were going for the easy money. So that's pretty much what we were trying to say. It's just odd that um, people were just not thinking that it could end up with DeFi too, because like I said, once they approved that in November of 2021, it was just clear that what they said any crypto is going to be a property that's going to be a security, and anyone is going to become a broker. So yeah, I'm
And
just glad that at
why?
least like people are listening to Richard, even if they won't listen to what we say. So it's
Yeah.
good.
So why is this important? Why is so
Mhm.
critical? Because it's not the first text or email or Twitter that Richard sends out in the last couple of days. And if he does that, it's because it has to be super important. So
Yeah, no, it is. It is very
why
important for both of
is it
them, the
so
IRS and
important
the
that
SEC.
we do this?
Well, I mean, it's important because we are the users of these products. So we are the ones that are getting affected by Gensler. We're thinking that Gensler is trying to help someone, and he's really not. He's just trying to, I mean, protect the banks at this point, protect the politicians that are paying him or whoever's paying him. We don't know yet. Apparently, he's getting paid by his school, and then we don't know who's paying him through the school, through MIT. Um, so it's us. We are the users. We need to go out there and say, hey, this is affecting us. The SEC is trying to protect us, but now since they dropped this, our prices are down however much. We're getting delisted left and right, even out of DeFi platforms, and it's because of this disinformation campaign that government is trying to do to protect us. So it's. I mean, like I said, first we need to do this so that they can take in consideration us, the users, of what's happening. Next step, we need to take to the courts. It's that simple. We go to the courts. They're affecting us at this point. I'm being affected. I'm here. I've been here for the last 6 years in the community. I've been here since day one of Hex. I'm here for the next 15 to 30. So, what is this guy doing? What is the SEC doing? It's not protecting the users. It's not. We need to go after them
Yeah.
now.
But words are not enough. We need to take action. We need to write those letters. I'm an English as a second language person, and I will try my best to write at least one of the comments or leave a comment on the links that Richard Hart sent out. So
That's
I
awesome.
think that's critical. Sorry, SJ, if I change the mood, but Richard, I will do whatever it takes to make him happy. So we have to, and to support him too, not to only to make him happy, because I think his happiness is our happiness too. So we have
You want to know what a
to-
rug is? What a scam is? The sack.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're the scammers. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's thinking, what do I write?
We're like, yeah, what are we doing now?
Well, I'm going to read this super chat real quick. I got from Ted DeFi. He says, glad to see women in crypto, especially during the bear. You ladies will be leaders and bring more into our ecosystem during the bull. Keep going. The Tang Gang supports all of you. Oh, thank you, Tang Gang. Thank you so very much. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to skip down to the most recent comment that I saw because we were talking about this. And then I'm going to kind of go back up and go through the comments. But if you could, ID, is that something you feel like you might be able to share? I also want to say I saw probably about a half hour, maybe like an hour ago, Richard retweeted Crypto Coffee's video about this topic. So, and I know he's not the only one. I'm pretty sure Corey Costa also put out a video on
I
how
did
to
a
do
video
it.
on this 6 months ago. Like we went through all the comments that they were coming in. I mean, that's why I was so surprised that 6 months ago that video grabbed maybe 200 views, and then it has to be until Richard says it. Like I said, we were talking about this. They were coming for DeFi, and everyone just sat on their hands. We told
Hey, if
everyone,
you can,
check the IIJA.
find that
Yeah.
video and send me the link so I can
Oh,
put
yeah,
it
of
in the
course.
chat. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good question. If we
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just it was odd because the in my opinion, what was happening, it was just at that moment, Richard was focusing more on what he's done as the launch went, how how the product was delivered, how it was distributed, and in that way, in my opinion, we did it the right way. But it's just the SEC, it's just not. They're just saying, all right, well, you didn't call us, you didn't register, you're not exempt, here's your ticket to giving me money. I mean, at this point, it's criminal what they're doing because it has no sense. They're just saying, you didn't register, give me money. You know what I mean? There might have been there's no victims, there's no nothing, there's no loss. Well, I mean, we're down, but
There's no
obviously, like I
loss.
said, that's yeah, exactly. No, we're just suffering the market cycle at this point.
Well, but
But
that's
but the
something
SEC,
important that we don't have many laws, because that means that the people, the SEC will have to present the case, and it will have to convince the judge to move forward. That's the thing. People think that we're gonna go like this is like court TV. Richard's gonna show up just like what's his name, the
Judge
pirate
Judy.
that just like the Judge Judy. Yeah, he's gonna show up in front of Judge Judy. Was like and Gary Gensler is gonna be on the other side, and oh, he's accusing me, and Richard's gonna be like this. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You know, they have to prove the case to the judge because they can move before they can move forward. And people stop saying that Richard is going to jail. Richard is not going to jail. This is a
No.
civil case. The
No.
most they can do is pay a fine, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And if he wants, maybe he won. Knowing Richard, he's going to say, hell no, I'm not giving him my money. He's going to fight for it, but he needs our help. That's what is so important to move forward. So, and you know what? The guys who write really well, Corey, you're in the crowd. You're really good writing. You're a teacher. Why don't you write a couple letters and, send them out and suggestions for people? We need the soldiers. I'm good for this, to talk, to mingle, whatever. You guys are good writing. Take action and we'll send it. Make it easier
speaking
for
of
Yeah,
us.
help us, Corey.
Send me the link to your video too, maybe on Twitter. Anyone that's done anything about this SEC comments specifically, send me your links. I want to compile them and like put them out there so that we have like a list of like, all right, here you go. They're not just one or two, like at least 3 or 4 or 5 people I think have put out a video on how
Or
to do
samples of comments. I don't know if we can read the comments. I haven't gone.
Yeah.
That's my weekend homework.
Yeah, you
We
can
can
get
read the
into them.
comments.
Like the ones that I went through, like I said, I was just showing people's comments so that we could see the examples. And like I said, it's just back then they
See?
closed the period because it was very, very short. And then when he went to Washington, you could tell they grilled him. So they were like, "Why you're opening this comment period and then you're giving like a couple weeks for people to talk when this is going to affect people for years and years." So they reopened it. They gave like an extra 60 days, and it was awesome because that's what caught some more attention at that point. Um, Richard posted that video, and then, like I said, a couple people, Corey did a video, and then Matt did a video. So that's good.
Yeah, we need that. We need to move. This is not about only Richard Hart. It's about the future of the crypto world. So
Yes,
if you really
exactly.
you're
DeFi.
interested, you don't cry later on that thing. Oh, things when. What do you do? You're asking Richard to do things. What have you guys watching? And I'm sure everyone here, it's like have done something. You guys are here talking about the guys who are, maybe not here. What the heck are you doing? Don't complain. Actions, no words. Get your keyboard, like Richard said, and send a letter. It's if I can do it, you can do it.
Exactly.
Go, Bunny.
Make some
Tell
moves.
them.
Like
Do it.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, that's what some of the stuff that we've been trying to do. We started the whole situation with the Pulse Chain Foundation. So right now it's everything is flowing. We're just waiting on the last steps of the 501c3 exemption, and that's about it. We're gonna just rock it. I think that we need some type of organization where we're just focusing on what's happening in Pulse, people that are building, people that are coming in, projects that are coming in and out, all this rugs that are happening, and trying to just, I guess, focus on education. You know how that's gonna go. So we'll see how that works.
That's right. We need to fight. We need to fight back. Education is what we need to do because we're fighting against
me out of the ship.
Oh, good. Freedom of speech. We're fighting for freedom of speech.
Say,
don't complain. You're getting what you want.
I mean, I can get out of here. I can.
No. Who's kicking you out?
So,
where are you going?
I was going to say, where am I
dramatic.
going to go?
He's more dramatic.
We
more
need
dramatic
some
than me.
testosterone here.
Welcome to the soap opera. Today's Friday, things are going to be hanging. Drama. You see? That's it. But we're doing excellent things. Did you know that Bunny was the inspiration for the Grove Girls? Was it your bedroom? No, that was Nico's bedroom. What about you, Bunny?
No, that was Nico. Yeah. It's a Bunny. It's a trade actually. I think there's only, I think it's 2, maybe 4. And they have tattoos, of course, because I have a lot of tattoos. That's why I'm wearing a cardigan. Not too much attention on them.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually got more, SJ. Yes, I did.
SJ is gonna
Yeah,
be,
you
I
But
can
don't know.
listen,
and the
right?
bunny
Holding.
ears. They have
Oh, so
ears.
SJ,
They have
how
bunny
would
ears
your
though.
NFT
Oh, and
look like?
glasses.
How would your NFT look like, FJ?
How would what?
How would you like? How would your NFT will look like?
Am I getting
Bunny has
bro?
bunny ear.
Am I gonna get tang ganged?
You might,
I
Just
don't
the
know,
right?
but
best
no,
type of.
no, no.
You
It's the
want
best
to.
thing that
You
could happen
should.
to us.
Yep.
They immortalize us in one thing. I don't know.
Yes.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know
have
what
to
I
do it for
want.
SJ.
I do have an
SJ will have.
NFT. Way back in the day. Oh, I feel like a jerk because I can't think of his name right now. Oh, I can't think of the artist's name. It's been a minute. I
Oh,
actually
you
just
did.
saw
You were in the
his handle.
museum. You were at the museum.
Yeah,
You
and I
were at
also
the Hex
someone did
Museum.
an NFT of me of like back in the day I had a little logo that was like a hex icon and it was like a little cartoon version of me. And if you had that NFT, it also like if you it was interactive and it would take you to the Sci-Vive audiobook. So it was super,
Oh
super cute.
yes, I think I
I
remember.
saw
I
a
think I
few
have
Oh,
that.
and
images
Hex.
recently, but I think they were just like AI, right? Like AI images of you.
Oh,
It
that.
was just an image, yeah. There was nothing.
They
It
looked
wasn't
really
like as
cool
fancy
though.
as these new ones, yeah. But
Very
There was,
nice.
yeah, it
speaking
was
of
cool.
adorable and cute and things, we got to read this super chat from Corey Costa, who can't shut up about D Bunny tonight. Woo,
I'm
and
starting to
neither.
think he likes me or something.
Corey says the most beautiful woman and a fantastic
There
mother.
you go.
D Bunny is
Move
in the house.
over,
It's an
KDP.
honor
We
to know
have
this
D
woman.
Bunny in the house. You just like drama. You stole
I
KDP
didn't do
biggest
anything.
fan. Yes,
Right?
you
I
did,
don't know, but I
Mitch.
have like this
Yes,
little
you
thing.
did,
Maybe he
Mitch.
likes me. I don't know.
I love it.
Get it,
Most
Corey.
likely. Go, Corey. Go get it,
Something
Corey.
about it.
Are you single, D Bunny?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends who's asking.
Decline to comment.
Corey.
Who's asking? Yeah, who's
Maybe.
asking for a friend?
Maybe not. You're not like me, like you're almost engaged. So you can,
You're almost. Oh yes, you're almost engaged.
I'm
No, I
almost.
divorced
Not
about almost
I'm
5 years
fighting.
ago.
I thought he was gonna go for SJ, to be honest with you. When he was like, that's nice a hat. That is a nice hat. Remember, SJ? You and I
Oh,
were in
Richard?
Vegas and you were wearing the hat with the remember?
Yeah, oh, I remember.
Remember?
Are you kidding
Remember?
me? How come I
Remember?
forget
I was
that?
like,
Yeah,
she doesn't
Richard said, I want to
remember.
talk to the girl with the funny hat. That were his words exactly. I'll never forget.
Yes. I
What
thought I
hat
was
was
gonna lose
this?
him right
Maybe I
there.
need to
The
wear a
So
craziest
that's what
thing was
funny
happened.
that
He
hat.
fast and proposed.
even then, even having started Sci-Vive at that point, I still didn't know who Richard really was. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't shocked or starstruck or anything. Like I didn't have like if I was me right now, knowing what I know now, then I would have been sweating bullets. I would have blushed so hard. I would have been like, "Oh, he's talking to me." Like I could, like I had really
I'm
no
the
clue.
chosen one.
Like he wants to talk to
The
me.
chosen.
He was
Like I
And
didn't
by the
even.
time,
you.
How
if
Hey,
exciting!
for
you.
anyone that's watching
Super
the
You.
videos,
exciting.
like what Georgia mentioned, um, you'll see that there was those changes. If you're watching Richard, 2017, then 2018, then the changes into like getting out of the Bitcoin Maxi days. So it's kind of awesome that you've done that because it's connected that whole, that trip that we've been going through for the
Yeah,
last like 6 years now.
we went through like the Richard. He was what would you this time is humble Richard. The one before was flamboyant Richard. Then the one before that, the one that we met, SJ was like, you know, millionaire or billionaire Richard. Whatever, he must be broke. I think those Rolex are all fake. But anyway, that's another that's another story. Um
But actually, when you guys showed
but
up,
anyway,
he was actually
yeah,
toning it down though. Because before that he was doing
no, no,
little
no,
flowery
no.
and suits, and he would stream on full suits for us in 2018. Yeah. Later
Oh,
he started doing the whole
but
t-shirts and
yes,
all that stuff.
yeah.
But 2017, 2018, Richard, he would come out with Louis V. He would come
Yeah.
out with suits. He would come out with like flowery shirts. Trust me, like that's why I always joke that everyone would always say, "Oh, I
He'll
want to
come out
talk
with
to like Calm Down Richard, T-shirt Richard." I was like, T-shirt Richard was like toning it down, buddy. Like he
Yeah.
was like he left all the suits and all the stuff uh, in
he was
probably
like you got him
2019.
when you got into Hex when he was like Liberace Richard. You went through
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Liberace
because like I want
Richard.
to say probably middle 2018 wasn't he started doing like the whole T-shirts and he started doing like Hex polos, T-shirts and stuff like that. So it would have been maybe end of 2018 or something like that.
Y'all, this right
They're
here,
still
we
very
are
expensive
almost at
T-shirts, but
45,000 validators.
Yo, that's
Woo!
awesome.
I love that.
Super
5
close.
months.
That's
5 months in
today
ugh.
today.
Rolando mentioned after Capital, and you were there, ID. Rolando mentioned the Pulse chain is the number 8 chain overall. So no one's talking about that. It's the number 8th chain. No one's talking about that. Yeah, we have the market cap, and I don't think the market cap matters too much. But with that, we're number 8. Come on, guys. You imagine when all this drama stops, the SEC and next year comes and like RG3 said today, the bull market is done for his what he thinks. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait, man. I'm counting my penny. I do the calculations all day long. What is going to be,
We're all
in
looking forward for that
2025
bull
when
run. Got to be ready.
we are. We are. And Postgen has a lot of positive things. We have the communities out there. We're growing the projects. Some of them are taking a little bit longer than we thought. They might know why. But some of them are moving forward. We're having new people like all the artists, the NFT artists, and new projects like I'm sorry, I have to mention the Tangam because they're moving forward. They're moving the blockchain.
We
They're
are
like
moving. We're
make
doing
we
big
are.
things, guys. Don't sleep on the 10 gang, everybody. SJ, I'm looking
Yeah.
at you.
And
We
I'm
need to
proud of the
talk.
not
Ten
only
Gang.
that,
Like the Ten
Wait
Gang is
till she
pretty
comes
much
to my house.
what we were trying to do since back in Pulse
We're gonna
Chain
talk.
Rejects days. So shout out to the guys in the
it's
Ten Gang.
great,
Shout
but
out
this
to
is
J Money
the
and all the guys doing the stuff that you know that they're doing.
Definitely.
they're doing really good. And you know what they're doing? They're concentrated. Today, a couple of minutes ago, I was in one of the spaces. They're supporting artists. They're moving forward the education, which is my biggest passion is to educate and to include children. Prepare them from now, the
There you
moms
go.
and the children, the dads work very who
That's what
is
matters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who's good with the children? The moms, right? Most of the time. Or a teacher. We need to concentrate on that because they're the ones who are going to be moving this. If they don't get educated, they're going to be eaten alive by the big companies and the big guys, just like they did with fiat money, right? The banks and
We're
things
actually
like that.
preparing the future for them
Hey,
right now,
Poseidon.
you know?
Well said.
Mhm. Yeah.
I did it. I caught up on all the comments. Whew.
There you
We're
go.
like, SJ is like just looking down. She's so concentrated. What is she doing?
I'm listening. I'm multitasking.
I know. I keep talking because
So yeah,
sorry,
I'm
which
gonna
is to
skip so
call
that
her.
you ladies
You stole the
can
captain's
you take
with
over and do your
Java.
thing.
Well, thank you for joining. It's good to see you.
Of
If anybody
course,
else,
and to clarify, because
Arr.
I know all the innuendos in the chat and all this stuff. I don't have beef with the Tanging. Okay, I have beef with people that have beef with me. I have beef with
They
people
don't have
that
beef with you
take
either.
over and write stuff about me and say stuff about me and all that stuff. And I take all the jokes, but I know that Nico can get really, really hardcore. And I don't like that. I don't like people talking about me. I don't like people talking about my new situation. And I love everyone in the Tang Gang. Like I said, I have no issues about the 4 people that decided to go against me. And that's about it. I want us to grow. I want us
I
to
want
be in
people
a
talking
happy
about me.
situation. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't have no problems about that stuff. People
Let's
can
talk about
talk. I
me.
mean, yeah,
Like,
exactly. I
yeah, let's
mean,
talk about me. Like, go.
exactly. And I mean, I don't care. I
Bye.
don't care. I just, as long as if it's something real, but it's just when I read someone saying something like ID is this and that, and just show it, just say it. If they think I have a record or whatever, just show it. I have no problems. But I just don't like the whole insinuations because it takes me back to end of 2021 when I was trying to tell the community about the situations with liquid loans and all that stuff. And it was the same group creating the same narrative of like IDs threatening women, IDs this, IDs that. And that was what it took me through all that negative period of 2022. I had no problem with anyone, but I have problems with me getting banned for saying that lending platforms were not going to be accepted in the United States. But now we're seeing that it won't, and that people that had absolutely no backgrounds in crypto were asking for $50 million when they were not going to be able to deliver because they didn't have the background that they were saying. That was all that I was saying, and it took
You know
us to
what,
that
ID?
level,
I
and
think
now, yeah.
I understand. I understand your frustration. The only thing that if I were you, I will move forward and do the best that I can and
Oh,
show
100%.
what
I've
I know
already
and
moved forward. You
shine.
should
And
see who I'm dating
that
right
is
now. So I'm like,
I know that
I've
is
turned the page. I'm
listen,
like completely,
you should
so as
see
long as people don't talk about me and they can just move and do their thing and like just go and date 20-year-old people younger than you and like that stuff
I
might
agree
be
with
good
you on
for her.
that one. I
Yeah,
agree with you on
exactly.
that
I
one. You
mean,
know me.
yeah.
Tinder,
Yeah, I'm sure
I
that
mean, do
she'll
we
be
like
able
them
to do
young?
that
here we
right
Maybe.
when
go.
she fixes her
Eh,
back and her attitude and all
you
that
know
stuff
what?
that needs to be fixed.
16, 16,
I'm
16
starting
with
to feel
parents'
like you have a
consent,
problem with
17 with
Nico.
consent.
I don't know.
No, no, Nick.
No. No,
I'm
I
just making
love
sure.
Nico. Shout out to Nico and everything that happened for the last 2 years. It was a great time. It was great times. I'm not trying to be a hater. I don't talk about my exes. I don't talk about, but the problem is what I'm seeing in public chats. And I need her to just not mention my name ever again. Not one more time. Not her, not Bullish, not Ted, not any motherfucker that mentions my name again, or I'll get really, really fucking mad. So as long as that happens, I have no problems. And everything's gonna
That
be
sounds
great.
like a
Xy's
threat.
like controlling me. Hey, like everything's awesome. So no,
You
no
know what,
threats. No
ID?
threats. These motherfuckers know that I'm action. I'm
ID.
all about action. So no threats. This is effing Hangout, D Bunny. This is what we do. This is what our community has done for 3 years. This is where we get our stuff out. Okay,
Okay.
so
Oh,
that's it.
really?
Bullish is the
This
one
is
that in
it?
chats he's saying that he has
Oh,
all our
It's,
addresses of the community, and if we can, he can go and share them. Okay, so that's a threat. That's a
this is
threat on
getting
doxing.
spicy. What's going on?
I
Well, that's
like
all I'm
this.
saying.
I
I have
like it.
absolutely
I've
no
been
issues,
finding
but
out in the wrong
this is the type
places.
of stuff that he
I
has
have no
said.
idea what's going
This
on.
is like,
Well,
I feel like we're on
all I'm
like
saying is just like so that people know the type of people that do threats.
chill.
I don't do
You know
threats.
what?
This is effing hangout. We having a conversation.
No,
Maybe
I
we should
That's all
have
know.
I'm
I
Bullish
saying.
come
like
up or
that.
something because I
Yeah,
see
bullish
that
come
name being
over.
dropped around here. Bullish, come up, come up, come up.
No, no, he's
All
like,
I'm saying is someone sent me a clip saying that he has addresses and he can share addresses of people in the community. So if he has my address, share it. I don't give a shit.
Oh.
I don't care. But that to me,
Bullish, do
that's
you
a
have my
threat because
address?
I don't know who this
I
guy
don't know
is.
where I live.
I know that Nico's all the time now talking with him and all this stuff, especially in chat and like voice chats. And it's the same people that back in the end of 2021 were saying and talking all the shit about me and talking about my business. Identity Block
listen,
LLC is my business registered for the last 9 years, about to be 10 here in December. So that's all I'm saying. People need to be careful with what they're saying. If they're good, if they're threatening me in a public chat saying, "Oh well, ID, we have this and we had that, we had the other," then all they had to do is just share it. Then they have a tangent saying that we have information on ID that he has cesspest is what he said. Well, that to me, that's a threat. That's libel. That's them creating all these narratives. And it was the same people at the end of 2021. And
I
back in
never heard
2021, when
anything.
I talked to RG3 and I talked to Hexa, we said that the community's breaking, brother. The community's breaking. Well, we said we're going to build it again. Okay.
I'm just telling you something. I think we should concentrate all the energy in something
It's
positive.
like,
I
woo,
understand your
Yeah, of course,
frustration.
what's going
100%.
But no, and this is the place. If you say, I know, every time I joined this place from IKEA. I wanted to do it from Costco. It's the first time I'm doing it here with Wallace J, hanging with the girls and UID. But I think, um, why don't we concentrate on the positive? There's a lot of things going out there, and the only way that you can prove that you're better than anything else is just keep moving forward, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm
of
doing.
course. It's just as long
That's
as we can
and
call out
that's the thing.
the grifters and all these people like just creating all these narratives, all these coins to dump and all this stuff, then yeah. I'm sorry,
but you
but
know
like
what? If
nothing
people
has
just
changed.
It's
I haven't
dumping what?
changed.
but
I haven't
listen,
changed.
listen, is if people support a coin, it's not your problem. If I
Oh,
support a
100%,
coin,
100%. As
I'm
long
not
as they
You
asking
don't
don't
you
like
have
for
to
go out
money.
support
into
it or
all
do
these groups and
anything.
say like we're launching a
Yeah,
coin because like
exactly.
ID said this, that, or the other because Tangent think that Richard owes him something, right? Richard doesn't owe Tangent shit. Tangent is a bitch.
All
That's
I've
what's
heard from
happening.
no, all I've heard from
Whoa.
Tangent is supporting the
Mm,
Mexican community. I'm
Well,
sorry,
I
but
got
I
a
don't know
clip
where
that's
you've been
saying that
hanging
they
out. But
launch a coin because I called him out saying that he's a bitch because he thinks that Richard owes him shit.
actually, all this that you're
I
saying
never
just
heard
proves
that.
that you're the bitch. Just saying.
No, I'm the bitch because I decided to stake Hex for 15 fucking years and motherfuckers that I've been like launching shit coins in my community and say that they've been launching and they were in Hex, but they're actually launching shit coins to take money from our community after I said I did what we were supposed to do. I was
But
the one that did
ID,
what
you
we were
know what?
supposed to do.
You know
I
what,
What
would and
coins
I
are
ID?
stayed
these?
earlier
Why
than
do
all
everyone
of
want to
them.
buy them?
I stayed longer than all of them. And they decided to be liquid to dump on our heads or be on liquid loans. We saw all the accounts.
ID, ID. You know what? I think what some of the members of the community are doing is positive and it's moving forward the
It is
blockchain.
positive. It is
You know
positive.
what?
Then they say
Let's
it. Say,
like I
I'm a
said,
shit coiner. I'm not a hexagon.
what
I
were
don't
they
need the
saying if they
community
feel like
anymore. But the
you
problem
know
is that
what?
Tangent is a hexagon at 5 afternoon when he needs the clicks and likes. And then when he needs the money, when he wants to become rich, like he told me in private, right, Tangent? Then
Doesn't
he
matter.
goes
We
and
all want to
launches a
become
shit
rich.
coin.
We all want to become rich. We all
Well,
want to
then do it
become
the
rich.
right way.
Well,
We
you
need to
know
do it the right way.
that's their decision to do whatever, and
I
it's
agree
my
100%.
responsibility
I agree 100%.
to
But then you
support or
can't be
not
on both
on
sides. You can't
at
be like
things.
saying that you're all like Richard
Why
Maxey
not?
and then decide to launch shitcoins on the same community
Wait,
that you came
you never said
into.
also Max.
I,
That's all I'm saying.
what? I can't hear a thing. Well,
I
everybody
like
has
this
the right to
comment.
do whatever they want. So
Yeah,
you
of
know what? The
course.
important thing is that
100%.
we
I'm not
support
saying that. I'm not saying
the
that.
only thing
I'm
is
saying
that
that the
we support
community
what
and the
we believe is right or not. So that's it. I've never believe
oh
me. If
I
anyone
didn't
talks
make
bad
that rule,
about
mama.
Richard,
I didn't make that rule.
no, I
Richard
know.
Hart made that rule. That's the problem.
Listen, I
You see, but since
I
he
will
hasn't streamed in a
defend.
year, then everyone gets to make their own little narratives. That's the problem. In a year, when Richard comes back, and then everyone that's launched all these shit
Let me
coins
tell you
and
something.
decides that they were like,
You know what?
oh shit, we
You
decided
know
to
what,
do
ID?
everything that was not in Sci-Vibe. Oh, I'm not a Sci-Viver. Some of us, we were Survivors before we were Hexagons, and that's the problem
ID.
that some
Then
people
what
have.
you then listen, ID. Instead of being fighting here, why don't we spend our
I'm not fighting,
energy
mommy. This is
in
the effing
promoting and
hangout.
doing
I'm getting
listen.
my
This
grievances.
I know,
You're
baby.
not.
I know.
He's
Listen, I
venting. He's
understand.
venting.
The same way the same way that you're saying. What I'm saying is that I need to listen to you. You listen to me. And instead
Oh,
of us
100%,
being
mommy.
fighting here, let's
Oh, I'm
listen
not
to what Richard
fighting.
is asking for. And it's, he's asking us to write the comments and write the letters. I would rather spend my next 17 days that we have to do that, all my energy in promoting
That's
something
awesome.
positive that is going to help the entire community and not waste our time fighting about like he say, her say,
I'm not
whatever.
fighting, mommy.
That's
I'm
what I'm
getting my
thinking.
grievances out on
I
effing
know, I
Hangout as we
know, I
have done
know.
for the
That's
last 4
fine.
years.
I know, but you know what? Right now, where it's critical in the next 17 years that we do something positive for the community. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I rather me,
for Pauls,
Georgia.
but this is the
I think
effing
that
Hangout
way.
of Hex, mommy. The problem is that
It's still.
everyone that's trying
Oh,
to
Hex
tell
is
me
not
that I'm
part of
in the
Pulse,
wrong is forgetting that I came into the right venue to get my
but
grievances out.
Richard
I'm
is
not like
asking
NASCON
for.
using little fake accounts. I'm not like Tangent saying one thing in private and then something else in public. I'm the one saying it in
Well,
What
I'm
did he
not in
public.
the
say?
I'm the
private.
one speaking
Maybe you should
truth.
tell us because we don't know.
Honey, don't tell anyone what I tell you, SJ. I'll kill you if you tell everyone what I say in private to you. I'm just kidding. I didn't
Not
say
I
that. I
don't even
mean,
anything.
know what that is
it
going on.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I came into the right place. Everyone talking smack in the chat. They're not
Tang
hexagons because they
gang.
don't know that I came into the right place to get my grievances out. So that's good because what it does is it shows the people that were here from the start who the real hexagons are and who the people that yep are. That's all.
I honestly think that the Hexicans, the Pulsicans, the Tangangs, more actions and less words. Richard
Oh,
is asking
100%.
us to do something to defend what
A
we
hundred
have
percent. A
so much
hundred
hope
percent.
for, so we have to move forward. That's all I have
100%.
to
So as
say. And
long as
that's my F
bitches like Hex Changing
hangout.
can go ahead
Okay.
and say in
Less
my
words, more
face what
actions.
someone showed him in private, because he's the one in his little 700 people group saying that I'm a sex pest. You see? So the problem that I have is that you're telling me that I don't need to go into the right place. I came into the right place to get my grievances out, while other people are talking behind my back. And that's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've heard about you, but
How many people we have watching today?
apparently I know
SJ,
a
are
whole
you
I
lot
mean, that's
okay?
more.
obviously a lie, D
Are
Bunny,
you
because
okay?
I know that
Oh,
you're
are
in
we
the
having
Tan
a
Gang. I
drama
know that
queen for
these
the
people are
alligators?
talking
I am
about
in the
me.
10
And you're
gang.
also in the Nico's
Yes, I
group.
love the 10 gang, but I don't
Okay.
know who
So
you are.
I don't do liars, so
But
let's just
apparently now I
continue.
do. Ooh, you got me there. Ouch.
Are you
So wait,
calling Giovanni
I
a
have
liar?
something to bring up
I'm
real
saying
quick.
that she's on
Identity?
Nico's group, so
Oh,
obviously she knows
somebody's
who I am
coming.
because Nico's always talking about me. That's all.
All right. So I
I
have
think you give yourself a little too much. Yeah.
I
I
dated the
have
person
Who's
for
a
coming
almost
up?
2
Who's
years.
coming up?
That's all.
no, there's
So
no
I
one
know the
coming up. I have
person.
a question.
Oh, I thought
I
somebody
have
was
Okay.
coming up.
I have a legit like um
Ooh,
I
she
think
busted out with
this
the
might
glass.
be this might
Come
be a
over, Tangent.
rhetorical
Why isn't
question.
Tangent? Why is Tangent like just tappy tappy on the chat and doesn't come up here and say and shows what he has? Or Nico can come in and say
I'm
what
here
she has. She
representing
dated me for
Tangent.
almost what, a
I
year and a
represent
half.
Tangent.
I
So
represent
here's the thing
Nico
is
then.
There you
like
go.
Dale.
I get that you can air your grievances and stuff like that here, but I don't feel like, at least okay, my like, you know, mutiny and shit. Captain's not here. I'm running this ship. I don't want to hear about this anymore. What I
Okay,
do want to
What
let's
hear
would he
move.
about
think
I
about
was
this?
leaving. I was leaving as Georgia decided to bring in the. I mean,
And my
and like
fault
not to say
I'm
now?
I'm
waiting.
not saying
Someone's waiting for
anybody's in
me
the
for the last
wrong
10
or in the
minutes. I
right.
was gonna give you
Like
guys the floor.
this shit happens, and it is good. I mean, like
Yeah, I
it is
mean it happened.
definitely
If
good
you
for
had
this to
if you had a couple $1 million in Hex, and then the community would have told you, "Hey, we're going to be here for the next 15 years," and now you have people shilling you shit coins to the same community that told you lock it for 15 years, you would feel bad. You would
so
read chapter 5 and
here's
you
the
would
thing.
go nuts because you're
Like
like, "Wait, I followed every single thing that Richard says in this chapter. I decided to eat my rice and beans. I decided to go longer than everyone. I decided to say faster or earlier than anyone." Go longer than anyone, average 14 years, and then everyone decides to change the script.
So
So that's my
what I want to
problem.
say is kind of along those lines, which is why I
Oh,
want to bring this up, because as someone who is very much 100% like, I don't like using the term RH Maxi, but I kind of do, because I have never purchased anything other than Hex and Pulse so far. I have things in my wallet that are not that, but they were all gifted to me, including every NFT I own. I've never purchased an NFT. And that's not because I don't support or think that these projects are doing great things, but for me, I have limited funds.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the things that Richard Hart has built are where those limited funds for me should go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question and my like, it's I don't want to say it's a concern, but maybe it's just like I want y'all to help me wrap my head around this, right? The things that the Tangang is doing, which I think are awesome. I love freaking
let's talk about the
Holy
thing that the Tangang is doing.
Okay.
They're taking money
Okay.
from the sacrifice from
Hold on,
Up and
let me
Magic
let me
Carpet to
finish.
use it to shill other shit coins to
But
promote people out
but
of
then
the
you could say
community.
that about
That's what's
every
real,
other
though.
project that there
No,
is.
but
Where
that's
are
what's
you
That doesn't
getting
mean
real.
this
everyone
shit
else
That's
is
what's
from?
creating
real.
something else,
Well, then
right?
you're
There
saying,
are
well, what's real? Well, that's what's real. That's what we can prove on the fucking on the blockchain. We can
No,
prove
you're
that all
wrong.
this money that was given to them, given into sacrifices, has been used to shill other stuff, and it's
What
going to put our
Can you
community
sacrifice?
at
show proof
risk.
of that? Maybe if you're
I
sure of
already
that,
have.
show
It's on
proof of that.
video. People can see it. I've already
Okay.
tagged Tangang. I have Tangent, Bullish, Time, Haunted, the people from Atropa. We've tagged everyone. Ask Bullish, why is he muting my comments every time I said we know who the people from Atropa was moving the money to? That's the problem. When we say the stuff, nobody likes it. Anyways, that's neither nor here nor there, because obviously, apparently now we can't even show our grievances. People are taking it into this whole situation. All I want is just people don't talk about me. That's it. That's simple. The guys from, like I said, the guys from the Tang Gang or whatever, it's just 3 people or 4 people. They're using their fake accounts and they decide that they want to talk about people that they don't know. So just don't talk about me. That's simple. And it's how it's
I
always been. On Fridays, we get our grievances out. It was people from outside, people from inside. Guess it's changed. Guess now we
okay.
can do this
Yeah,
same as
yeah. I wish
always.
I knew,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
I have a list of complaints.
You know
I
what?
do
It's every
quite a bit.
Friday, Georgia. Every
Yeah.
I
Friday.
have
Didn't
a
you hear what the
list of
captain said?
complaints. Oh, I
It's
didn't
every
know
Friday.
that. I didn't know I'm gonna come here with a list of complaints. Right, Debani, write it down, please. I want to complain because I've
Go.
had each one of you guys.
We didn't
Please,
say
the lighthouse.
complaints. It's
Listen.
grievances.
Oh, it's not the
Right.
same.
Well, I mean, like we're being attacked, Georgia. It's a crime. If someone's telling you that you're committing crimes and then it's a lie, that's a crime.
But it's her
So that's
say.
what I'm
It's her
saying.
say.
Wait, what
Period.
crimes?
You know what? I work. That's it's her say. That's it. They're not going and filing a complaint
Her
against
say.
you, so I can say whatever I want. It's her say. But anyway, my complaint is that I want to see if I don't see you, all of you here, the 3 of you, myself, and whomever is in the chat tomorrow at the Lighthouse. We have 2 editions. We have a 2 p.m.
I'll be there.
Pacific Standard Time, and the one at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have a coach,
That's
a sex
spicy.
coach, that is going to be my guest, the special edition. It's going to be a really nice educational one. So very, very. Well, I don't know what's going to happen because knowing that
Come
Bunny's
in
going
with
to
your
be there.
questions.
Yeah, I don't know.
Questions.
Come in with your questions if you
All
ever
You
have
see,
any
kinds of
we have
questions.
spicy
Bullish,
questions.
the
I'm ready.
commentator.
Bullish, everyone come in
Ay,
and
ay.
ask your questions. Gold Key
Yeah,
is here.
we need to bring
He's
all these people
amazing.
out of
Thank
the
you.
dark. That's what we need to do.
You know what? SJ,
You can't save them all.
Where are we going?
I'll just need to
No,
protect
you
them out of
can't.
the 4 or 5 bad actors. That's all we need. Once we get the 4 or 5 bad actors out, it'll everything will fall into place. It always has. This is not the first time this happened
I
in
get what
Hexico.
you're
That's the
saying,
problem.
But do you not think that as Pulse Chain grows and this community gets bigger and bigger
But this
and
is
bigger,
this
there's
is
not
about
going to be
Hex,
more bad
mommy.
actors?
This is this program that we're talking about, Discourse Syndicate. It's about Hex. So what you guys are saying, yes, I agree with everything. That's why I'm joining crews like Texan that they're doing stuff. They're growing communities. They're building. So I'm not about negative situation. I'm about people that go against the richer creed. What we've been doing for now 6 years. So again, yes, I agree with everything that we're saying.
We're
Sorry, I
promoting
guess that I
Pulse
went to
Chain.
the wrong channel. The
Everybody's
people from the
everything
Tang
they
Gang came
do.
into the wrong channel. I was in the right channel. The
No,
problem is that people are saying that this is a
listen.
Pulse show.
Pulse
This is a
Chain is
Hex show.
growing thanks.
People like Bullish don't
Hold
have
on.
like I have nothing to say to this motherfucker. Like when I talk to him in private, he's a bitch. He decided not to talk to me. So I have no respect
Dude,
for
you know
people
what
that
you
I
need
talk
to
to in
do?
private and
Listen,
decide not to talk to me, but then in public they have a narrative.
You don't want to listen, ID. You are
Yeah.
doing the same thing that you're complaining about. You're talking.
No, I'm
You
doing
don't
it
let
on
us
the right
talk,
channel,
please.
mama. I'm doing it in the right place.
That's okay. But we are here too. So, respect
Yeah,
is
but he's
part
in the
of
background, so he
also
can pop
what we
in
need
right
to
now
do.
if he
But
wanted to. But
still,
he's a bitch
yeah,
too,
sure,
just like
no
Kenjin.
problem. But
Kenjin, pull up.
listen.
Bullish, pull up.
The only ones right now at this moment that are pushing forward and promoting the heck out of Pulse Chain is the Tang Gang and the artists that do
Oh,
the
not me.
NFTs.
Not the people that are actually registering entities, just people behind like the
That's
scenes without showing their
fantastic.
face,
That is
showing
fantastic.
tokens so that 1
But
or 2 or 3 people make money
listen,
and then nobody else makes money. Some of us are actually
but you're
putting
not
our
you're
money
not
where our
bringing
mouth
new
is.
people. You're not, I know you're investing in your future, but you're not bringing people for the future of the
Right.
entire community. That's what I'm saying. They are
I'm sure
promoting
CIA,
their
the Coin
own
CIA 2
education.
days ago brought a lot of people,
Okay.
and that's what Atropa's been saying. We bring
Well,
so many
that is
people. Well,
the
now they
problem
got
about.
rugged.
Well, that's the people who invest. That's your job. Do your own research. Isn't that what Richard
BYOR.
Hart does? Do your own
Exactly.
research. I've been here and
every
I've been
project.
buying Hex,
Every
PLS,
project,
and
doesn't matter
PLSX.
who's running it. You have to figure out who it is that's running it and what they're
Exactly.
going to do.
It's
Yeah,
your
but they're not.
fault.
Nobody's showing. It doesn't matter. That's not a conversation
Well,
for
but you
this
can
time right now.
protect your interest. Don't protect the interests of the other people. We can only protect ourselves. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying that your goals are bad. I'm saying that's fantastic.
My
But you
goals
cannot
are
say that
my
there's
goals are that the
you
community
cannot
doesn't crumble
say,
more, so I can get my
well,
15-year
you
stays
know
out.
what? If they go down, let them go down. Only the few will be
Yeah, 'cause
safe.
then they'll
You know, the
EES
ones
and
who's
your
smart
stakes will
enough.
be worth
I'm not
more.
trying to save
So
anyone, Mama.
Yeah.
I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho.
Well, it
I'm sorry,
seems
but I'm
like
not
it.
trying to save anyone. I'm trying to save myself.
Maybe they don't want to be saved.
Exactly. I'm not
Well,
trying to save people
you
that
know
are done.
what?
I learned that in October
I'm
of
telling you
2021.
something. Being like that, it motivates me to like not trying to save yourself, to save you, because it like it's I'm telling you, positive actions is what's going to move forward. What's going to be positive. What's going to be only something that it's helping the community. Right now, you know what is right now we should be in this hangout telling people get your freak. It's like don't get like when you say get out and vote. No, get out and write that comment for the comment that Richard Hart is asking us, please, to write it because it's for you. Sorry, Divani, I've been talking too much.
Wouldn't that be what we
well,
are
let's
Oh,
doing
here's
on
I'm
No, no,
Monday,
no.
listening. I'm
Monday
enjoying
through
this.
Thursday,
who's
every
running
other
this
day?
shit, motherfuckers? Let's agree to disagree and
Let's
not
go.
talk about this anymore. We're gonna put a pin in
Okay.
this and move
Let's
Wow.
on to
go.
something else.
I was walking out like a whole 30 minutes ago. So, ladies,
Bye.
I'm out. So, have a great one.
Adios.
Bye.
No mas.
Bye.
Cannot handle that.
Ay, 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 ay.
Whoa. Okay. That was interesting.
Thanks,
Come on,
everyone.
What was on
Tangan.
the
What
plate?
are
No,
you
I'm just
guys
kidding.
doing?
I'm just kidding. I was only gonna go an hour tonight, but I
Okay,
think we're
you,
gonna have
you
to
want
go
to
an
you
hour.
want to hang out.
That was
SJ, we're here supporting you, SJ. You see,
So
we,
here's the
we
thing.
were the
Here's the
ones
question
looking
that I
bad.
wanted to ask because I feel like my point of view is somewhere in between. I understand his grievances. I completely like. There were a lot of things that he said that I agreed with. None of it for on the personal attacks. I love all y'all, right? Like I have no beef with anyone. Like that's not a thing. However, what I was gonna get to is that what I love and what I see happening with the Tang Gang, right, is like the adoption Texan token, same thing. Like there are several projects that like I don't talk about other projects, right? I'm very similar to RG in that. Like, and it's crazy because like I didn't even know that, right? Like I only again, like I said earlier, I didn't watch a lot of F and Hangout. I didn't watch a lot of other streamers. So to come to
I've
find
never seen people fighting.
system and crypto in general in a very similar fashion to the way RG3 does. And that's that I am rooting for
Can't
everyone.
put it on the
Like
camera.
I
Wrong
love
side.
the
My
fact
oranges.
that there are so many different projects doing so many different things because
Mhm.
we do need everyone, right? Like
Yes.
there are so many different ways to bring adoption to this ecosystem. And so here's the thing, right? Like the way that I see it, the way that RG sees it, I think is very similar to what Richard Hart would say or what he would preach, right? Have you ever heard Richard shill another project or another token or talked about an NFT? No, fuck no. You never will. You never will hear Richard say this project is doing a good job. Hey, great God, shout out to blah, blah, blah. He doesn't do that because he knows that his coins and what he has built are the blue chips. They exceed expectations. They are what
Mhm.
is the fundamental foundation of like everything that crypto should be and stands for, right? So with that in mind and being someone who only has purchased Hex and Pulse in my entirety of being in crypto, right? Like how is it and again, this may be rhetorical because I really do understand the way that like what the Tang Gang is doing and like because memes are important, right? Like it's important for memes to exist because things like Shiba and Doge and like that's going to bring adoption, right? Is it what I'm trying to say is that like I see all this action happening and I see all of these NFTs and I see everything that is going on in the Grove, the shit that fully Croissant's doing, like Tangent, all you guys, like you're putting so much energy into all of these things and these projects, which is dope and it's awesome and it is bringing adoption, right? But like part of me, like there's this little part of me that's just like, but how come we're not like and please don't take this the wrong way because I don't want this to sound like this might sound wrong, but this also might just be my misconception, right? Like, why can't the Grove girls have like Hex and Pulse stuff with them too? Like,
They
is it because
do. They have
it has
pulse chain attached to it.
but is it like because it has
Orange
to be like the
Hex.
meme to get to Pulse Chain? Like, I feel like the energy and like the effort that a lot of people are putting into different projects, like, what if we took that energy and like put it into like a different Hex narrative, right?
Because
Like,
we have to, SJ, they do. This is the thing. Number one, I felt the same way as you do at the beginning. And I had to get out of the Hexican community to go and learn. I wanted to educate myself. And I went outside and I say, yeah, what is this guy's doing memes? What is it going to bring to the community? Until I saw what the world outside the Hexican community was doing with the memes. It wasn't just about a cartoon on something funny. It was about education and about sending out the message. So when I came back to the community, I start listening to the gang, to the Tang Gang, and I realized it was not only about memes. Memes and the coin they have is just the beginning of the big plan they have. It's a marketing machine. That's what the Tang Gang is. It's not only about the NFTs. Yes, we have artists, we bring in new people. Isn't that what Pulse Chain was built for? Wasn't it built
Let
to
me just.
bring new coins?
I'm gonna-
And I know that you're gonna do, but yes, I am like you. I buy Hex, PLS, and PLSX. That is me. I support Richard Hart, and everybody knows that I don't go into one stream that I don't mention Richard Hart and Hex, and they respect me for that, and they allow me to do that, and that is the way that we promote. But go ahead, Bunny. I'm sorry. You know more about the Tangan. I can
Just
speak
no.
for hours about
Yeah,
it.
I know. I just want to say, like, right now it's kind of hard to, how can I say, like, chill, I guess, Hex to other people. I mean, what are you going to show them? Look at the chart, you know? I mean, do we really want to, hey, come look at this coin, or,
I mean,
look.
like, here's the thing though, like you could shill them things like this. Give me a second real quick. I'm gonna show you something you could shill them. Let me show you
Okay, I'm gonna
this.
take that. And just while you do that,
What?
you know what? Being in the Tang Gang, you know what? You forget this is a bear market. It is it's fun all day, every day. I've never seen like a community just supporting one another with everything. You know, if somebody, I mean, it's, you just have to be there to experience it. And you know what? You should stop by sometime, and you know what? If you come in and
I've come into some of the Twitter spaces.
Yeah, and it's not like the Tangang is speaking negative about Hex. Quite contrary.
Never.
They're speaking really good about Hex.
No, and
But at this
I know
time,
that. I
we
knew
need
that.
to,
It's just
yeah,
like,
we
and
need
your
to,
ideas
we
would
need to
help
bring
so much.
people.
Like if you think
Yeah.
there's something really good that can be done, you know, in this situation to promote Hex, you know, bring more eyes towards that. I mean,
You know
bring it
what?
in. I
If
mean, tell
if
us,
it's a
you know,
Tangang,
show us.
I'm gonna be with my Hex logo. I'm gonna be, I am PR for Hex, and I'm entering different groups, always supporting and promoting Hex. Who's
all right,
that?
so I'm gonna share this, and then we're gonna bring a really special guest up.
Oh, by the way, people don't understand how high the hex price can go. 8.5 cents is not high. The
Mhm.
price can keep going up to absolutely absurd levels. You could have $10 hex. Really. The market, there's no like price god that sits and is like, your price can't go any higher. That's not a thing. So people think that like market cap is some limiting factor. It's not. If I told you Bitcoin would have $1 trillion market cap 10 years ago, you would have laughed yourself out of your chair because it would just seem impossible to you.
Yeah, that's I was mentioning that, SJ, this morning during the stream
I
with
know.
RG, that you post. If you guys want to see an amazing stream, yesterday SJ did one, and she had videos about Richard Hart talking about the price of Hex. It's not only Hex down; it's the entire market that is down. And without further introduction,
Definitely.
SJ, you want to introduce the dark? Is
I
that
heard
Batman?
some party music going on in the background of this dark
Bim, 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 bim.
the Black
Bim,
Pirate in the
bim, bim.
Blackout. What is
¿Qué
going on here?
¿Qué más sabe? We should put music. I don't
We
know.
can't hear you, by the way. Your mic is muted. in case you're talking. Are you gonna talk? Are you coming
I
to
was
chat?
gonna,
Oh shit, hold on.
I was gonna try to, but I think there's too much noise.
I can hear
missed
you.
all
We
the
can hear you.
Oh,
drama.
the music. We're dancing.
Oh, good. I missed all the drama, so I'll watch it later. But hey, have fun, guys. It's all good.
We destroy
It's
your
all up for debate.
show.
It's all open to time. That's what Discourse Syndicate's for. Have fun with it.
Do we have a new show here? The
It's like
ladies.
Georgia's no longer allowed. D Bunny is no longer allowed.
There goes my career.
Yeah, that's it. Destroyed in about an hour and a half.
We
That's
need
true,
that.
by the
We
way.
need.
Every day. Like, and then
Oh,
what you
he's
said
gone.
there, SJ, if you have an idea, I mean, bring it. I mean, the video you were showing, I know what you're talking about. Great information, but how can we put that into something shorter, like memes, like something that's gonna get people's attention. People have really short attention spans right now.
So look, so
More than ever.
speaking of which, this like bullish, like I get it. I get what you're saying, but when I see all of the Orange Grove, Tangang, all of that stuff and all of those hashtags, I don't see that. When I see you guys in your feed and what you're doing and what you're shilling and what you're talking about, like just from an outsider point of view, like I don't see anything about Hex and Pulse. Right, but that's because I'm just glancing at it, right? I'm just seeing
Yeah.
it come up on my feed, right? I understand that that's like, where was this, right? Hex orange address only on Pulse Chain. I get it, right? But that's like that's not what I see. Like
SJ,
that's
SJ, and that's what we
that's
have to
what I
be
think.
part of it. And that's what we have to be part of it, representing Hex and making sure the word Hex is everywhere, at least for me, everywhere. And I'm sure you are like a walking Hex. So that's what we need. They're allowing us to do that. There's no reason. No one's stopping us from promoting Hex within the Tang Gang. No, if I do memes, I put the logos, I put the Hex logos
And
everywhere.
that's a good
You
point,
know.
Bullis. That is a good point. That like point taken for sure. Because I guess I mean that's again, that's why I brought it up, right? That's why that's part of like what I want to know is like, because I'm not against anything that y'all are doing. Like I just want to understand it more. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm here to do is like get a better understanding and like wrap my head around it because I see the virility. Like I see what you guys are doing and I think it's badass. Like I love it. I just wanted to and that clears it fucking up. It really does. Honestly, like those two comments that Bullish just made, like
Tangan 101.
like, my question's been answered, so I appreciate that a lot. And I appreciate all that you guys are doing. Like again, the Web3, RG is going to be talking to a few people soon here. And I'm hoping we're going to get someone on chatting with the captain with him coming up here. But Web3, like I remember hearing about that shit years ago and like wondering, like, what is this? Like, what's going to happen with all this or whatever? And what we're doing, like what's happening with specifically with the Tang Gang and like what you all what's going on in like that space and like what Fully Crosson's doing and like Mana and like all of y'all like that, you guys, it's gonna, I mean, there's gonna be orange juice everywhere. Like I'm about it. Like it's super cool to see the way.
And you know what? The glasses that we're going to be drinking orange juice will have the Hex logo in it. That's what we need to do, SJ. We need to promote the Hex within the Tang Gang because the guys are moving forward. And I don't want to be stuck with someone that is like completely turning people off. I want to be with the guys who are moving forward and are fun to be with. Why? Because guess what? Georgia is Hex. Georgia is Richard Hart here and SJ too. So what am I going to do? Just being at home, just waiting for people to come knocking on the door? Hell no. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be part of the team and I'm going to be as much as I can, representing Hex. And why not with people with the Tang Gang that if you really, really get into what the goal is, it's more than what just I did say about stealing money from people. It's supporting artists, it's doing good things. I know Richard doesn't like NFTs. I understand. But right now, the only thing we have in Pulse Chain super positive that is moving forward, is bringing new people, is the Tang Gang.
This is true. I mean, I agree. Like, I'm not.
I'm gonna
Again,
get
like,
an unfollow by Richard right now, guys. I'm checking every 5 minutes. Don't unfollow me, Richard.
You see her, he's listening to you, okay?
and here's the thing. Like, let's say that well, so here's a better example. I was gonna bring up Texan Token, but Fear, right? Like, it's very similar, and that's why I love, like, that's another project that, like, while I don't, like, I'm not gonna shill everyone all the time, like, they are similarly do what Heartbeat and Rags to Riches are doing is also very much getting outside of our ecosystem and bringing people in, right? So, like, kudos and shout outs to everyone that's doing something like that, because there are a ton of shit coins that are being built that are just like, what was the one that was just recently a Tropa? Is that it?
A
Am I saying that
Tropa,
right?
Teddy, Pepe. There's a lot of
That's a lot.
coins, It doesn't matter how many
Yeah,
there are.
but I mean,
They're
like, one of
blockchain.
them was rugged recently. But anyways, I mean, here's the thing: is like, if it is something that is truly bringing outside adoption, right? Like, what, like, it's cool to see that happening, and it's also beneficial, I think, for some people to, like myself, even, right? Like, hearing what Bullish said about, right, like, it's I'm an insider, I'm not your target audience. The Pulse Chain tour, y'all, like, we have really had to learn. This whole year of doing this tour has been the biggest learning experience in that vein for me, because we not only are people not, not only are we not targeting, we're not trying to target internally, right? Like, we're trying to bring people from the outside
new
in,
ones.
right? And that has been so difficult, right? We've been, like, putting things on Reddit and Meetup and Facebook and, like, all sorts of stuff. But even with that, like, no one gets Pulse Chain. No one understands, even crypto, right? So it's like, now that we've done what we did over this terrible bear market, and, like, really just had, kind of abysmal results in getting people to come out, like, we're having to pivot and come up with new things and think in different ways, right? And that's the beauty of things like the Tang Gang, is we have to think outside the box and think about how is it that we're going to bring eyes to the people that are outside looking in at this, like, crypto shit show that they don't understand at all. And the thing is so many people don't even see crypto. They don't know that word. Most of the people that I've met out on the road, if I say, do you know anything about crypto? Blank face. If I say, do you know Bitcoin? Oh, yeah, Bitcoin. Not can you imagine?
Yeah, because the word crypto is being promoted as something bad, and that's what we have to change. Unfortunately, people is uneducated. I've been here for 2 years and I'm still learning every single day. People out there is not going to come and say, okay, come over, I'll show you crypto, I'll teach you, and you're going to get to work with a MetaMask. They won't. What? I don't care. But show them a meme, attract them with that, bring them, come here, honey. When you go to the big cities where they have, the people at the door, come here, honey. Hi, look how pretty this lady. Come here. And then when you go inside, it's a different, club. That is what sorry, Tang Gang. It's not like you're bringing in people to go with a horse like me, but anyway, but just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? We need to educate. Right now we have nothing. And the Tang Gang is more than just orange juice, guys. If you want to know, don't speak like I did until you learn what they're all about. And I know that maybe Richard doesn't like the idea, but you know what? They're the only ones out there every single day. The Hexicans that were doing the spaces before, they're no longer there. So guess what? I'm going to hang out with the spaces. I have 30, 70, 80, 100 people in there, because the Hexicans, the ones that were there before that say they've been doing this for too long, some of them are not even long in there. And the ones that have the numbers that can bring more people are not even paying attention to Hex right now. Where are the big streamers that have 40, 60,000 followers streaming something? They're not. They're doing their own thing, and I'm not blaming them. It's okay. Maybe they got tired of saying the same thing over and over and over. Guess what? The menu has to change. We have to bring people to the restaurant, and the menu has to change. We have We don't have to change. I
You
am
can't
Georgia.
keep
It's
eating the same thing
100%.
every day.
My core is Hex and Richard Hart. I don't have to change, but I can adapt. I can be Georgia with the Hex logo all the time with me every single time I appear on the spaces, but I can put on Tangan glasses.
I love it.
Simple as that.
Ooh, the mock
I don't change.
glasses.
I love
I
it, you
think
guys.
I got
Jeff
this to
I
give
wanted to come
appreciate
up
that.
or
Like,
something.
thank you for taking the time to, educate me and like help me learn, because I think that's why a lot of this like beef, I mean, not what just happened here, but like a lot of people who, say that have that, and I think this is a good way to put it. Like, I don't think I'm a toxic maxi. You know what I mean? Like, I think there are toxic maxis. I think that's definitely a thing, right? Like, I feel like I'm a Richard Hart maxi for sure, but why wouldn't I, without, like putting on my glasses and like doing my own research, right? Like, why wouldn't I be respectful of and grateful for, again,
Exactly.
groups like the Tangang and, Texan Token and groups like that are bringing more
Exactly.
adoption from people that are on the outside. Like, it's super important that, if we're here to build each other up, not tear each other down. Yeah, I mean, for sure, there are people that you need to be leery of and like watch out for, and you have to do your own research and you have to know what it is you're getting into, right? Like, there was a coin that got airdropped to a bunch of people. By the way, let me put this out there: not associated with myself or Richard Hart or the Sci-Vive book in any way, shape, or form.
I
If
saw
you see
that.
a Sci-Vive token, that is not anything that Richard or myself or anyone associated with us has done. Like, as far as I know, it's a meme thing. I have no idea who the people are that did it. So again, DYOR, and don't touch that thing until you do. Until you know exactly who's behind it and what that's about. Like, that's the kind of thing that you're going to have to look out for, right?
And that is, you're not a trader if you go out there and do and try to become part of other communities. You're a trader if you don't do anything about the community. That's what I think. God, that sounded good. I'm gonna write down that. Write it down, guys. Is this recorded?
I just love it how this became a Tang
one.
Gang stream.
Yeah, we're gonna send SJ a nice a good pair of sunglasses.
I'm about it, y'all.
The mog glasses. She's gonna have to rock them. Some orange ones too.
And here's the thing too, like, people are telling me to join the Tang Gang and this, that, and the other thing. Like I can be a Tang Ganger at heart, but like I have so much other shit going on. Like I've got
I'm a Hexican. I'm a Hexican.
We called some really awesome Tang Gang bangs.
Love it, Tang Gang.
I love it.
Tang Gang bang.
I love how that was the last thing.
Do it,
girl. I need you tomorrow. Come over, be my co-host of the thing. Yeah.
Dirty.
I'm so looking forward to your space tomorrow. I have some
good, SJ. You should come.
I can't. I
know
can't.
You're busy. I know you're busy. She's busy with her own streams and going back
I'm like
and forth.
way behind on my work right now, to be honest with you. I'm actually I'm doing a lot of stuff for RG, so like
I cannot wait till you get here in December and we can go hang out again.
Either.
I know. It's gonna be so much
excited.
fun.
I get to see D Buddy and then I get to see you. This is my homegirls right here. I love you both so much. And you've never met in real life yet, have you? The two of you?
I have not met Georgia, no.
Oh, you all have. We
need to do a reunion. If you guys, let me say something. If the ladies do a reunion, Dibani and Mana and USJ and all the other ladies also, I'll be there. I'll get a babysitter. I'll get.
I'm honestly I am legitimately thinking about throwing myself a birthday party. A couple days before the Hex cruise leaves.
November.
Yeah, November 28th is my birthday, and I will still be in California. And there's going to be a bunch of people
I'll go.
around
I'll
because
go.
they're going on a cruise. So I think
you know what?
I have a party.
Yeah, we need to have the meetup and do a SJ birthday party. She deserves it, guys.
I'm
opening a GoFundMe.
I will be there. I promise I'll be there.
Okay.
Next coming up, a GoFundMe page so we can rent some kind of mansion in Beverly Hills.
No, hey, I actually think I have a spot, like a beach house that a Hexican may or may not be able to donate to our cause. So I got to hit him up.
Nice.
Yeah,
I would love that. I'll bring the beer.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, where is
anybody in the timeline who's gonna come to the party?
Really
Let's see.
Everybody's
Yes, it's
coming, but
Women's Birthday Party.
we're
November
only charging
28th, Southern California. Come hang
50
out.
$50. I'm in
Bring your
charge of the door,
warranty.
$50. If you're good, if you bring cash, please. We'll take hex,
That's right.
we take PLS, PLSX, and HOA.
Oh, hey, so by the way, so speaking of all that, what is HOA? Is it just a meme coin? What does it do anything? Can someone tell me about that?
Well,
D-Bunny?
obviously you have not been keeping track of the charts, but
No,
it's
not at all.
hex orange address. Yes, it's
Right.
a meme coin.
Okay.
And it's doing
But-
great. I mean, oh, go.
You know what? You have to sometimes what the Tangan is doing to help all the new artists coming on board is like, of course, we start from one point, which is, for example, having HOA or PLS or being or have done the second. I don't know. I don't know. I'm barely able to buy some things. I only bought a Grove Girl because I absolutely support the ladies in the Mexican community, the Tangang, and obviously because
Those girls are hot.
to get a Grove Girl, you needed to get it
Mhm.
minted with PLS. Don't tell me that that's not helping the ecosystem.
Yes,
That
that's
is
correct.
doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
It was at that. It was 1,111,000 PLS to mint a girl. That moved.
And what happens with every transaction?
You burn PLS,
Exactly.
Ah,
Yep.
see?
And that's
So-
on chain.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So
I like it. Yeah. So and I saw this comment here. Where did it go? It was about onboarding. I get that, right? And that's interesting. So I'm curious, how are you onboarding with HOA? Like, and I get that it's obviously like it's on Pulse Chain, right? So you're having to
Mhm.
onboard someone like directly to Pulse Chain, which is awesome. Like how does that work? And like what wallets are you guys using? And I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
I don't onboard anyone to
I'm
HOA.
not sure what you mean
I
by
onboard people
wallets.
to Pulse Chain.
Yeah.
I onboard
Yeah,
people to
well,
Hex
mostly
on
there's
Pulse Chain.
encouraging people.
I support the Tangan.
Yeah, we encourage people to come build on our
Mhm.
blockchain to get exposure, when actually show them how great, Pulse Chain is. Dank memes, we'll meme
Yeah.
you to death.
So Pulse Chain Kitchen, you're gonna be so mad at me, but I gotta go. I'm not like right now, but like within the next 5 minutes, I'm probably gonna have to end this because it's been a minute.
We
and,
have change management.
Oh my God.
This ship is moving.
the ship is
Girls,
sailing.
I think the captain in RG3 is going to be retiring pretty soon, and SJ is going to be the new captain.
Yeah, I
thank
believe
you.
that.
We're your
Actually, hold on.
we're your
The torch.
listen.
Talk amongst yourselves.
We're your crew.
Yourselves.
Exit to the right, to the left, straight forward. Be careful when you exit the ship. She's gonna be back.
What
You
is
see,
the icon? It's
Such
so
an
funny.
impact. Oh, there she is.
I
when
ate an entire box of red vines.
Damn, girl.
Red vines. It should be orange vines.
Should
I
be
think
orange
they
vines.
have them.
Red vines also are very superior to what's the other one? Twizzlers. Fuck a Twizzler.
Oh no, red. This
That's
is,
like
this
eating
is not nice,
plastic.
y'all.
That's
I
what I
know, I
imagine
like
eating
it.
plastic would be like.
I like it.
Is that what you're eating?
Yes,
that
I ate a
plástico?
whole box. You know,
Red
I'm like a
vines.
dog,
Red
guys.
vines-
I need to
red
chew
vines
on
are
something.
better and Twizzlers. Twizzlers.
I
are
just think
those that are
it's like
plastic.
that's what I imagine, eating plastic would be like a straw. I don't know.
It's gross. In fact, speaking of a straw, this is younger me. I was addicted to sugar. I used to take a red vine.
Oh my God,
and I would
straw
bite off
and
the
addicted.
yolk
I was
get a
going
straw.
somewhere else.
I would put it in a Coca-Cola, in a soda, and I would use it as a straw. I have done that in the past.
Like this.
I'm sorry,
like this.
Ted, but
I've done that
Twizzlers-
too.
Not good.
Guys, I have another message. Richard Hard, if you're listening,
Sorry,
if you're
Ted.
watching,
Call me. Richard.
Give her a call.
I begged Richard to come
I'm
on stream with
available.
me last night. I think
kids are going. Kids are going with dad this weekend.
Mm.
I love it.
Hey, send them to Dad that for SJ's birthday party.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to take
Yeah.
I'm going to hire, I don't know, one of those drivers. Uber. I'm going to have hired,
A
I'm
weekend
not going
of
to say the name.
regret.
Yes, I'm going to hire an Uber driver that I know that lives close to me to take me around and
I
protect
want a
me and carry
weekend
my
where I can
bag.
no longer look at you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be
Everybody
great. We're gonna
stays.
sit around a campfire and read sci-fi, you guys.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh,
Okay.
sure.
You know what? I think I have plans that weekend.
I'm gonna invite the Santa Monica PD department. Come, guys. I want to invite you to a
Ooh.
sci-fi reading.
As long as they come
All
in their
right.
uniforms.
All right, ladies,
do
it
that.
is that time. I am sleepy, and
All right.
my sweet little friend Salty here. I need to feed him, so I gotta go. Salty
All right.
Salty needs snacks.
I need to go around. I need to do my disco. I think I'm gonna put some music. I'm gonna go back to. I think the spaces are probably talking about the stream. How many people
Oh, I
watch?
bet
We're
you
gonna
they
be.
are. I bet you they
They're
are.
gonna be.
I don't
They're gonna be
know.
talking
Oh my
about
God.
us.
Don't
Oh my
meme
God!
us.
I don't even.
Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out on a wild SJ version of F and Hangout this evening. Thank you so much, Georgia, D Bunny, and ID Block. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
there.
Thank you for
getting your
putting up with the
voices out.
girls.
Yeah, appreciate everyone, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, friends.
You too. We'll see you.
Don't forget
SJ.
to write the comment for the Richard's tweets.
Exactly.
forget.
Oh yeah, Richard. Real quick on that note, Richard retweeted Crypto Coffee's video about that, so check that out. Oh,
All
and
right.
lastly, I have a super exclusive thing to announce. So anyone who watched till the end, only you get to know this. If you look in the description of this video, you'll find a link to Crypto Coffee's updated course. It's an onboarding, so it's Hex Passive Income. And he had the course out like a couple years ago for Hex, and now he's updated it with all the Pulse Chain stuff. He hasn't even announced it yet. So if y'all want to
we
get
have
on
exclusive only
Ooh.
here
That's
at
right,
the
real
view, at
so
the
check the
Hexagon
description for that
view.
link, share that out, and get that to the people that you want to onboard because he's good with that knowledge.